is. I know we're not supposed to root because we're supposed to be objective, but it was impossible not, for me anyway, to root for your team this year. Was it as fun for you to coach this last year's group as it was for us to cover it?
Well, it was, and I think this may be the funnest group of guys that I'd ever been around. And you know, and I say this first and foremost, they were great kids, and from practice to film sessions to team meals, to game night, they were just great guys to be around, and you didn't have to motivate them. They were very, very driven, and you saw the success of it.
Yeah, in this one-and-done era of big-time college basketball, last year you kind of mastered the art of getting these great glue guys and leaders and great players to stick around and then add them with a tremendous freshman in Jared Sullinger, who, amazingly enough, decided to pass on the millions and come back for his sophomore year. And you can kind of keep that thing going. Is that kind of where the program is and where you want it to be?
Well, that's what we're hoping. And it's funny, with Jared coming back, I've always said the day he came back, I became a better coach. I think that...
does help.
It does, but you look at this year's team, we've got one senior, one junior, and 11 freshmen and sophomores, so we're extremely young again, but having guys that have been through the battles, been through the wars, it makes a huge difference for us.
Now, you didn't make it easy on yourself. Your non-conference this year is brutal, man. You got Duke, we got a trip to Kansas, we got Florida. It's going to all the challenges that you'd want in a schedule are there this year.
Well, without a doubt, and I felt like last year going to Florida State really toughened us up and got us ready for Big Ten play. And without doubt, the schedule is going to do the same thing for us.
So I got, for full disclosure, I'm a Los Angeles Lakers fan. I know that's not very popular around here, but I have been since '84. Just a little full disclosure. I'm watching as the Lakers in the second round are picking people whose names I cannot pronounce. And I'm seeing David Lighty sitting there. And I got to ask you, how is David Lighty not drafted in the NBA? And am I wrong to think that there's no doubt that he will succeed at that level?
Well, it's funny because I had spoken with David's agent in the morning of the draft, and he said he's going to go either 33, 35 or 37, I think it was. It's done. And so watching that, you feel for your player because you want to hear his name called because he wants to hear his name called. But I think the flip side of it is the best thing that happened to David was not being drafted, because now he can look at teams. He just worked out for Atlanta, New Orleans, who doesn't have very many guys on contract. Phoenix is another team kind of the same boat. So now he can sort of pick where he'd like to go. And I've got no doubt David Lighty is going to play in the NBA.
Well, Coach, I know we got to get you out of here because you're a busy man. You got a camp going today, recruiting coming in July, but we appreciate very much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Very good. Jeff, Thad Matta.